If there's one thing I love more than shaking rats, it's talking about cats. I've always been a cat person ever since I was little. Their adorable chirps and meows and their soft coats make them an amazing companion to have through life. But one thing that we really don't think about is, what about those kitties that you may encounter in your day-to-day adventures? House cats who may have just gotten a little bit bored with the monotony of their lives indoors. And we can't forget about the strays who have just as much of an impact on you. Stars in the Trash puts me right in the striped boots of the main protagonist, Mocha. Mocha's a docile little house cat, but they find their way outside and embark on an adventure that's stuck with me ever since I completed the game. So much so that I've formed a genuine friendship with the developer of the game, who was so kind to include my angel babies in both games in the Stars in the Trash universe. In this particular game, you can find my cats Gooby and Schnarf, and in Kimchi, you can find Lily. One of the first things you may notice about Stars in the Trash is the animation style. Hand-drawn animation has fallen out of favor for CGI when it comes to movies and TV shows, but Valhalla Cats ensures that it stays alive in the medium of video games. Watercolor worlds, memorable character designs, and even a few surprising cameos from people who might be out of this world pepper the world around Mocha. While it is gorgeous, it's an easy game. It's one that you could pass the controller off to anybody, and regardless of their skill level, they should be able to have the time of their lives with it. Platforming, light combat elements, and a genuinely heartbreaking story. While exploring the world of Stars in the Trash, Mocha encounters plenty of new friends, and even some enemies. A stray cat, a very skinny and emaciated dog, and a terrifying dog catcher litter the roster of characters here, with each of them playing a detrimental point in the story of the game. And plot twist, there's also rats here, but you get to attack them. One thing I will warn any prospective players is Stars in the Trash is a highly emotional game. There's a few parts about the game in particular that definitely had me bawling more than I'd like to admit. When I first played through the game, there's a memorial wall in the second level, and even before the addition of Gooby and Schnarf, it had me bawling when I first played. Knowing that the developer has such a love for animals, it's shown in every portion of the game, especially with things like that memorial wall. These aren't the only things that are going to pull at your heartstrings either. The animation is very reminiscent of that golden era Disney, and so is the story. Valhalla Cats is eager to rip your heart out whenever they get the chance to, but genuinely I'm thankful for it. The adventures that Mocha finds themselves on are incredibly cute and charming, but these emotional stepping stones help push the storytelling to new heights. There's a lot to like about Stars in the Trash. It's got an absolutely gorgeous visual style, one that looks and feels like your favorite old Disney cartoon. It has an incredibly emotional story, and it's one that's going to stick with you for years after you finish the game. And most importantly, it's a game about cats. If you're a cat lover, you already know that there's not a lot of games about cats, so any game that features them as the main protagonist is bound to be pretty good. But on the other side of things, the hit detection can be a little iffy at times. You're not going to be engaging in combat a lot in Stars in the Trash, but when you do, it can sometimes feel unsatisfying due to hits not seemingly connecting. And while I may praise it, some people might view the emotional story as a little more than what they can handle. Stars in the Trash is simple to play, but it's a game that will emotionally destroy you in the best possible way. It's one that I've played through more times than I'd like to admit, and we all know that the market for cat-centric games is pretty slim. Yes, sometimes the controls can be a little stiff and wonky, and the hit detection isn't always the greatest, but at the end of the day, Stars in the Trash is one of those games that absolutely deserves every moment of your attention. If you want to try it before you buy it, you could always try KIMCHI first. It's a very brief, but also entertaining little game. The best part is it doesn't cost a cent. You can download it for free on Steam or itch.io. One thing that I'm going to recommend though, just make sure you've got a box of tissues by your side because you're going to need them when the credits roll. Regardless if we're talking about graphics, storytelling, or gameplay, I think that Stars in the Trash is definitely an impact on the indie scene.